I don't think it's too much of an assumption to say that a lot of us dream of being our own boss. Yes, for once we will be the ones giving the orders instead of receiving them and getting the full benefits from the success. As said by Mr. Rich Dad Poor Dad Robert Kiyosaki, getting rich is difficult if you choose to work for others. So, let's say you take the plunge, ignore your mum constantly worrying. What about job security, girl? You have to work damn hard, you know. And decide to go into business yourself. Of course, the first thing that comes to mind is to be an entrepreneur. After all, so many people seem to be able to do that and barely break a sweat. In fact, despite her worrying, my mom also constantly tells me that, girl, we can start business online. Never mind, she doesn't tell me what the business is though. Given that not everybody is Timothy Tia, however, it is no surprise that franchising has also been seen as a shortcut to starting your own business. In a way, a lot of the heavy lifting in terms of product and brand name has already been done for you. Even things like the look of the shop, down to the uniforms are already set, so you can just concentrate on running things. It is also less risky compared to starting up your own shop. I mean, keep this fact from the World Journal of Social Sciences paper in mind. The failure rate for SMEs is 60% in the first 5 years of ops. So at least with a franchise, your mom will possibly stop her nagging. After all, most people say that the main signs of civilization are whether a place has a McDonald's and a Starbucks. Of course, for you and me, not many of us have the deep pockets for such big names, but the opportunities are there. If you like Corn in Cup, for example, based on this article from Compare Hero, you can open a Nelson's for just 15 grand, and it has no royalties. But of course, things are never that easy, are they? And this is where we talked about how everything can go wrong. And the prime example is the ongoing battle between Taiwan's Lakafa and its Chatime brand and Brian Lu's Tea Life. This was a classic example of what happens when both parties have vastly different opinions on how to grow the business and the messiness that follows. We don't know for sure what really went wrong in the 6 years when Loop was a master franchisee of Chatime. Whatever it is never a good thing when your lawyer's fees seem to match your profits. The other thing that we need to mention besides the money and the lawsuits is that if you are truly an entrepreneur at heart, a franchise doesn't allow you any room in terms of creativity. Because at the end of the day, consumers aren't really bothered who closes down and who stays as long as they can get their product. A customer even said he doesn't mind if his bubble milk tea is from Chatime or Tea Life as their menus are similar. Being a franchise means that you have to toe the line and you can't expand or evolve your product to maybe cash in on what is hot at the time. So before you think that franchising is easy money, maybe print out this guide from Forbes and make it a checklist. In short, do your homework, talk to other franchisees and don't believe all they tell you. Or maybe go back to the entrepreneurial route and start small. Take, for example, Malaysia-born woman Aurea Abraham had made her way to sell lime leaf sambal and pandan kaya in the mainstream US supermarkets. According to her, Aurea's Malaysian Kitchen is the only Malaysian food brand manufacturer in the US today. So in short, there is no real tried and true path to being successful, even if some franchise holders seem to promise you that. But the only real similarity between going at it alone or doing the franchise route is that you have to work damn hard. That part is where your mom's advice is correct. So, Nelson's Corn in Cup, anyone wants to partner with me? Just saying.